Another month to budget. It is time to balance your budget, know where you are getting your income, where you're saving, what your expenses are, and how you are setting yourself up for success. It is so important that you are always working on your finances, your mindset around money, and that you are just abundant to new opportunities that are awakening you every single day as you are uplifting your life, becoming the person of your dreams, and understanding and growing in every area of your life, including money. So, we are doing our quick budget closeout and walking through the next month. We are walking into the last 2 months of 2025. Where do you want your money to go? How do you want to save? How do you want to spend? And how are you setting yourself up for success into 2025? It is really important when we do these financial resets that you look ahead at the month ahead. Where do you need to sink money? Where do you need to save? And how you are going to set yourself up not only for success for you in the future, but also just set yourself up for success for tomorrow, next week, next month, right? It is so important that you are looking towards holidays that are coming up, birthdays, and really figuring out where you need to make the money, where your money is going, and how you are going to budget that all out, plan it out in balance to continuously become the person that you want to be, and that's including the money. So, welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 26 years old. We are a family of three, housing a family of six. We have tenants. We are renting our house. We are working on buying the house that we currently live in. So, we are saving for our down payment. We pay our expenses. We have bills and we have debt. I will be honest, we are on our debt saving goal and we are so close, and I cannot wait to share with you guys updates on that. But as always, do not judge our year and almost a half of budgeting with where you may start at day one. So I am doing this on our computer. We are going to show you guys everything of the money that came in, the money that went out, and where we plan on putting our money in November. So as always, subscribe to our blooming community, join these people who are uplifting each other, helping each other grow, and just becoming the person of their dreams, and money can start that today. So let's jump into what we spent and what we saved in October. As always, you need to start by looking at where you budget your money. So I have put a few extras in here, such as my husband got a bonus, and spoiler alert, we put some money into our emergency funds. So let's talk about the money that came in. My husband is paid weekly. I am paid bi-weekly. He is not on salary. He is hourly. And we did not do anything with his fifth paycheck. We actually ended this month's budget early. For me, I get paid around $18.50 every single 2 weeks. And right now we are sitting just under where we thought we'd be. And we had savings and we had rollover. So these things were things that we knew were coming in. Now, our variable expenses and things that we did not know were how much rent we were going to get. We lowballed it at $400, but we actually got $900, so that was awesome. And then our cash back, we knew it was around $275, but we also were right on the dot. And then my husband got a $1,000 bonus, which was amazing. So that being said, we are sitting at $2,230 more than what we thought we were going to do. Now, next, it's always important to go right into your expenses. Make sure that you are paying your bills on time, that you know what you need to spend your money on and where your money is going. All of your expenses should be needs, but of course we have subscriptions in there. We have our gym, we have our internet, we have our phone, right? All these things are also wants. So we have some needs and wants, but of course we need to make sure that we have a house over our head. So we pay my mom, who's our landlord, and we also pay her a flat fee for our utilities year round right now. We did not have a water bill, but our internet was actually $135. Our phone bill is always $35, and then our gym is always $35. So these are things that we knew were coming out. Gas, we dropped this down from $300 to $250, and we sat right at $180 for our subscriptions, which is anything that we have from our streaming services to our Xbox to my iCloud to anything that is something that we want. We can really cut back on this, but this month was $150, so we saved $50 there. Our health insurance, we had some extra money this month, so we tried to pay it for the whole rest of the year, which is $500. And for the first time in months, we are actually under by $10 for our groceries. So we really budgeted correctly for the month of October, and we only spent $15 more once it all balanced out. Now we are going right into debt. Your debt is anything that is credit card debt, that is anything that is not your home, school loans, car loans, anything that is a negative on your credit, right? And for us, we do put everything on our credit card, but we pay it in full. That's how we do all of our spending funds. So I do not count that because we never have a balance. We are so lucky to be in a financial situation where we can pay off our credit cards every single month. But if we ever get behind, that will be in our debt section. Right now we have one thing in collections, and we wanted to save $1,000 for it. We have about $1,700 left for us to be able to pay, and spoiler alert, we finished it off. It was about $1,700 that we thought, and it was actually $1,650, made us exactly where we need to be ready to pay that off. So right now we are technically debt free from anything else, and we no longer need to save for that. Then of course we need to go into how much we spent. We did overspend by a decent amount. We overspent by $170. Not great this month, but looking at my little notes, it was a lot of random eating out, some online shopping, and just random things, in all honesty, that just we felt like we could spend a little bit more, which in our budget is okay, but it's not great. Of course, any extra spending should go to savings, investments, or debt. And then our other and miscellaneous, don't ask me why it's so much. I forget what bill it was, but there was something for my husband that we needed to do, and it ended up being in other miscellaneous. We overspent, but that's okay. Now, I did spoil alert to you that we did have some extra money to put into our emergency funds. So what we did was put a little bit extra into our home. We put a little bit extra aside for Christmas, and then we put $500 into our emergency fund. I'm so proud of ourselves of where we sit. We ended up at $255. I will show you the actual numbers, but as you can see, we oversaved, we overspent, and we made more money and closed out our debt. So I'm not upset with how our month went. I will pop up on the screen right now all of our actual spending, and you will see that it is completely different. We have about $67 left over. That's just due to the actual numbers doing to the penny and dollar, but I'm really proud of where we sit, and we will not be rolling up over any money into November. But let's jump right into November. And if you are first time doing your budget, or this is the first time you are actually going to set yourself up for success using a written budget, let's do it together. When you are setting up your budget, it is so important to have an income section of bills and expenses, debt, sinking funds, and then spending funds. Of course, once we put in all of our budget for November, you will have the total here, and as we start allocating money away, you will see what you have left to budget. When you have a balanced budget, you of course want to focus on getting as much income as possible, knowing that you can pay all of your bills and expenses. Then focus your money on paying off your debt as soon as possible, figuring out the best method for you, and then trying to save a little and get ahead and have an emergency fund, along with having that balance to spend a little. So for us, we are going to have multiple paychecks. For my husband, we are going to have a bit of a longer month this month, so we again will have all 5 paychecks. That being said, we are planning on the lower end Once again, that does not mean that busy season's not going to start earlier for him, as December is a busy season for him. But as of November, we're not 100% sure where money's going to come in that way. And we are doing $50 more for my paychecks just because of it being a tighter month of not knowing any extras that are coming in. So being more realistic of where our money's going to go is really important. We try to be between $1,650 and $1,700 is where we be, because we're about $200 away from our actual number. For rent, we are going to have full rent this month, and then for extras, all we have is a work reimbursement, and that will be around $350. So we are sitting at a good point at $7,150. This is on the lower end for us, but of course we are trying to be as realistic with our numbers as possible and don't think anything else is coming in. For us, we are really lucky that we are going to have zero debt, but of course debt is your third one. But I want to say I'm so proud of ourselves for paying off and saving that debt as much as possible to get collections off of our credit and really move forward onto our next chapter of life and see when we can buy a house, live the life of our dreams, go towards our next financial goal. So if you have debt, make sure that you are filling in this section, but over the next few months we will not have debt, so this will be zeroed out. Of course, you want to make sure that you can pay all of your bills and expenses, and it is important that you know which ones are variable and which ones are fixed. So for us, I'm going to put in all of our fixed first, and we do set some as fixed, such as gas. We always allocate $250. We don't always spend it. Now for us, groceries, health insurance, and subscriptions are going to be what is going to make a difference. For health insurance, we only have to pay for dental copays this month, so that's great. For subscriptions, we're doing $175. It's a bit more this month because I'm not sure what we're canceling and what we're not. There's been talk around the house of a few things that we might cancel, but if not, due to the price increase, they have gone up. And we are going to try to cut back on our groceries back down to $1,000. We've been eating at home more, and I'm really proud of ourselves for having in November an entire month of food planned out. That does not mean we have them all, but we have very intentional meals to go grocery shopping for. Next, I want to go right into our sinking funds. We want to save for our home. We want to save again for Christmas. And I want to, now that we don't have that debt, I want to have money put aside for home projects. So those are the ones that we are going to do first. And of course, for home, we are going to try to save over $1,000 a month. Then for Christmas, another $500. That's going to bring us about $1,200. I hope we don't have to spend all that, but that's for travels, that's for meals, everything going forward for holidays. So I'm calling it Christmas, but that can be also for Thanksgiving, when we see our family and friends, anything like that. And then home projects, we want to do $500 a month. Now we still have $1,590 to spend. I think doing that much on spending is just a lot, so I think I'm gonna just make this other. And this other is going to be in our account as things that we want in the future, maybe vacations, health and wellness, taking care of ourselves, making sure that we have some copays ready for next year. I know that we're both trying to get some more teeth work done. Things like that I think is really intentional of having these buckets as other, where you know these small increments of money are going to go into. And I think 500 is a realistic number. We still have almost $1,100 to spend. I think that's really realistic. And if we don't save it all in other, that's okay. And so that being said, I know we're going to spend a bit more money. I know that there's a few days in November that we're going to be traveling, or we're not going to be at the house as much. And that being said, I think I'm going to do $750. Just because that sounds the most realistic for our family. And we'll probably get some Christmas stuff. We'll get decorations. I don't know, I just feel like that's a realistic number for us. So that leaves us with $340 for other miscellaneous, really high end for a savings month. But as always, this is our budget, this is what we are doing, and this is how we are allocating our money. Make sure that you join our community. Let me know what you plan to sink some money into this month. Let me know where I can help you maybe figure out your financial situation where you are, and really don't judge yourself from where we are, where you are, and just really go on your own journey. I've been doing this for over a year, almost 18 months now, and my blooming journey has not been easy. We've had new cars, we've had debt that we found out about, we have gone through it with our money. There's months that we do really well, and there's months that we don't do as well. And I really do stress about money, but feeling balanced into knowing the things I get to do, the things I want to do, and knowing when I am putting my money into the right places, when I know that I can make more money, I know that we can cut back here and there, is so intentional. So, as always, keep balancing, keep blooming, and take it one day at a time, one step at a time, one month at a time, and really look ahead towards where you want to go, who you want to be, and how you're going to get there. So, as always, let me know how I can help you in your blooming journey, and check out all of our other areas of life that you can balance and bloom into your best self as well. Bye, guys.